Hey everyone, welcome to GDSC CVRGU Android Compose Camp. So, here weekend is coming. So, what's your plan for the weekend? Say in the chat box. Okay, Yashika is saying movie. Any more assignments? Let's wait for few more minutes so the count increase. Then we will be starting with our event. Oh, Rahul streaming data structure kicks into development. Oh, journey. So now let us start with the event. So we all are here for a wonderful event on Android. So let's start with our event. We have Tanuj Kumar, GDSC CVRGU, Android lead as Android facilitator for the year 2022. He would be taking you to the amazing session every Saturday for a month. As well, we have Tanveer Alam, Android co-lead, who would be accompanying him throughout the session. I would not take much time. Let's start with the event. And now Tanuj and Tanveer will take and guide you for the session. Over to them now.
Hello everyone, myself Tanuj Kumar, and as Ankit, GDSC lead, has introduced me, I'm thankful to Ankit, and as he said, I will be here for you all to guide for the Android Compose Camp throughout the session. So this session will be for 1 month. It will be conducting every Saturday at 7 p.m. And if required, we will be take extra sessions. There's not a problem. So, what is Android Compose Camp? So, before you going to for a Android, so what are the basic requirements that you will need in this session right now, and for the every sessions being conducted on the Saturdays? So, the requirements are that you have must join with laptops as you will use Android Studio, and I hope that you all have downloaded the setup file of Android Studio, which on which you will be simultaneously practice how that will be installed, how that will be application will be developed. We will demonstrate you, and you must we have internet connection because Android is an IDE. Android Studio is an IDE, and it always requires net connection throughout your programming. And the guidance which are provided by Google, you must practice daily. That's the documentation is not so vast that you will take 1 week or 2 week. If you want, if you are going to do that, you can do in 1 day or in the 2 days max to max. but you can if you focus to that. There are several units coming and more units are coming. You can complete that. So what is the plan of the today's session? First of all, we will be introducing to what is the compose camp, what is the Android compose camp, and how it is related to the previous events of Android. Next, we will be showing you that how Kotlin is introduced, why Kotlin is introduced, and why we are using Kotlin. We will demonstrate the installation of Android Studio IDE so that you do not face any problems. And after that, I will be taking demonstrating you the development of applications. After that, I will be taking up your questions, your queries. So what is the compose camp? Compose camp, you maybe heard or not heard about the Jetpack Compose. It's a declarative UI which is recently introduced by Google developer, through which if you are have done previously, then that time the XML are used, the basic things. But as the technical grows, the there must be advancement. If you are using Jetpack Compose, it's nothing but a UI user interface. If something state changing in your app, you will get to know that what's the benefits. If something is changing in your app, it's automatically updates. You not need to go and manually change the layouts, orientations, all these. There was a problem in XML that if anything you want to change, alignment or anything, you must go and change that manually. As the session goes, you will get to know why it is benefited. So why the Jetpack Compose? In XML file, you have to write long codes for a single view, like a text view. You are writing hello world, then you have to write approx 10 lines of codes. But here it is not that. You will be using less codes. It will push you to do the work faster, write the codes very faster, and it's a very powerful tool. You guys are not believing that in the future world, many of the application, mostly approx 90% of the application will be coming on based on Jetpack. All it's all depends upon the future developers who are using the Jetpack Compose. So it is told to you guys that you must go with Jetpack Compose and use this. You must go with this session. So any one of you have heard about Android Study Jam, which was have been conducted previously till last session. I will be looking for your responses. Give yes or no in the chat. Anyone ever heard about Android Study Jam? Okay. No, yes, yes. Yeah. Yeah, maybe you all know maybe who are focused towards Android, they must know the Android Study Jam or hope they have done something from the previous sessions, previous years. So, how the Compose camp is similar to Android Study Jams? So, it is the same thing like Android Study Jam, but instead of that, we are using here Jetpack Compose. So, it's the name is Android Compose camp. What is Jetpack Compose? I will demonstrate you how we are using Jetpack. I will provide you the documentation that from where you will learn and how. It is all provided by Google developers. You not need to worry. So in Android Study Jam, plenty of materials where text view, edit view, and you will using r.id to from any other files to calling that in your XML file, and then in the backend material activity.kotlin या फिर kotlin या or java you were doing that, but it is nothing in compose camp. It is basically writing the function, you will getting the preview or output. So let's start how and from where we have to start our Android tool. So be with us. We will demonstrate you from where and how to do. So the thing is, we will be introducing the websites from where Google developers has gave, from where you have to study, from where you have to see. You will see this type of a screen if you open up, that there are different units, different chapters. You will be using different things, what to learn, how to learn, what are the materials. These are all in the video format, always as well as the text format. It is everything provided. No need to worry that from where I will learn, from where I will do. There is not a issue of all this. So there are two tracks for starting your tour: beginner and experienced. Maybe many of you are starting this year that how to, and we are as you have decided I am going to start Android, I will learn Android. Or maybe many of you are from previous years or from a long time you will be doing. So can I know how many of here are starting this time Android, who are new to Android? I want to see the people's how many of you are new, are decided to start now in this session with me. Okay, Abhishek is the new starting. Okay, Yashika, Shreya, Anish, Shreya, SK Creation, Ikran, all are new, are beginner. Any one of you guys have already started learning Android? Anyone friend with me that you have already experience of Android or Kotlin? Have you learned from anywhere, different websites? Okay, it seems that no one is here that who have experienced of Android or know something about Android. Anyone? Okay, as Google provides two track of learning, a beginner track and an experienced track. Both are similar. There is no more difference. But basically, we in the sessions we are focusing about beginner track. But who are experienced, who know about Kotlin, who have worked upon Kotlin, and even you have worked upon Java languages using, you have built Android apps. There is no problem. There are no much differences. But you can, if you are doing with Java, you can also implement using Kotlin. Just you need to follow the tracks. So I said I will be focusing mainly for the beginners, and for the experience I will say what are the differences. So let us start with the beginner track. So beginner track, what you need, you must have a computer literacy, that you know how to install a file, how to switch between different apps, switch different files. You must be having math skills. You all guys are here in engineering, or maybe you must have these knowledges. So what are you going to learn in these sessions? In this session, we will be using Kotlin and demonstrating you the apps. But for the whole session this month, or the documents provided by Google developers, what you will be going to learn? Of course, as the Kotlin needed in the programming, you at that time you will be learning the levels of Kotlin programming. But today you will just know what are the Kotlin basic commands, basic structures, syntaxes. You will learn Jetpack Compose in detail, how to use that, and what are the how we implement Jetpack Compose, what are the different uh, databases you will be connecting, deploying. You all will get here. So starting with the unit one of the Compose camp, there are three chapters in unit one. The first one is introduction to Kotlin. You will get to here know that basics of Kotlin, that how to create functions, how to add, subtract. You must have the knowledge of C, C++, Java, many of the languages. So I just want to know that how how many of you have almost you all have done programming in your colleges. So what are the languages you are going to use? You already have learned what are the languages and using. May I know it from you? Kindly write in the chat box. Whatever, not experience. I am calling you that even you know the languages that these are the syntax. Okay, C, C++, Java, Python. Okay, C hash, Python, C++, JavaScript. Okay. Any one of you guys have introduction of Kotlin? Have you ever gone on the browser and search for Kotlin? That Kotlin is a language of you, or you have heard about Kotlin that this is a language it exists. Okay, only heard. Yes, heard of it. Okay, not a problem. You all will be getting here that how we will be introducing you Kotlin language. What are the things in Android it is needed from the Kotlin. All will be here demonstrated as well. We will run the programs for you. Yes, I know a little bit of Kotlin. Good. Heard about Kotlin, not used it. Okay, as you all know the syntaxes of other programming like C, C++, Java, there is not so difference of logic. You all know how to build a logic. The first you have to know what are the syntax of the new languages. Okay, I still say okay. We will introduce you Kotlin. If you have not heard or if you have not used, we will run the programs, and after that we will be showing the Android Studio. So coming to the Android Studio, just if you were registering for the event, we have provided the link for the setup file. How many of you have already come by downloading that? I hope you all downloaded the Android Studio setup file. Okay, downloaded. Yes. Okay. Okay, you don't have down. If you have not downloaded, then in the chat box you have got the link. Till we are going to install the Android Studio, you keep it on the downloading till as it's approx 900 MB file. You download it and keep it with you. We will be demonstrating the installation of it. If you have downloaded, it's a brilliant thing, very good. If you have installed, then not a problem. Eclipse, you can use Eclipse. Yeah, you can use Eclipse, but the Google developer only prefer Android Studio, and it is their IDE, so it is preferable. i3 processor. So you i3 processor, you must see the requirements. What are the requirements of Android Studio? You will get to know there if you go on the website, shared website. If you have slow system, it must run slow. The IDE will run slow. But if you don't have to worry about that, my system is not working, I'm not going to do the Android. You must have a patience because you are developing an app which will be used by many of the peoples. So be patient, keep patience. Whatever your the processor, how much is the speed of your system, that is not problem. Even I have the 16 GB RAMs, I have i9 processor, i10 processor, 10th generation, 11th generation. If I write a heavy code, I use heavy software, then it will consume more time because there are many things. The Gradle will be built. If I am using an emulator, then it will use more space. It will come slow. There is not a issue. Whatever you have processors, you download it according to the compatibility of Android Studio. So guys, next I will be introducing you the basic layouts of Android, that how Android Studio, how it looks, what are the files, what are the structures of Android Studio, and I will be introducing by creating a application, simple basic application, and after that you will get to know from the documentation that many of the documents are provided in these three chapters for the unit 1. It will hardly take 1 or 2 days if you do it sincerely. Is not even for the beginners, not it is not so vast. Unit 1 you can do is 1 to 2 days. If you see this timing 4 hours, 3 hours and 4 hours, it is just to show that you just go and learn point by point if you are a beginner. In unit 2, we will be doing Kotlin fundamentals. I said you earlier, as the Kotlin is needed, we will be demonstrating, we will be telling you the level of Kotlin's programming used. You will be guided how to use buttons to your app. You will be interacted with different UIs. There are how to show a text, how to take inputs. You will all be guided. In the unit 3, more Kotlin will be introduced. Then you will get to know scrolling the screens, how you scroll that. You all have used Facebook. You see that you will scroll down, 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 and that is the thing, how to scroll that. You will build beautiful apps. In unit 4, you will be using different components. There are many components of Jetpack Compose. You will use navigation bars, different screens. You will be using multiple screens. You will get to introduce how the screen changes. There are many things. Still now, only 4 units have been released by Google developers. More units will be coming soon. So, what is this units contains? You not need to worry what is this contains. You only have to go. So, if anyone is from here expert, then you are thinking that I know this and I will. Why I am going to do this? Yeah, don't need to do it again. But I say it is little bit different from the Android studies and previous sessions, that we were using XML file to build a layout, but here we will be using Jetpack Compose UI. So it is little bit different in programming. So if you know about Kotlin, you will skip that. How to get functions, how to implement those, you will skip that part. There is not a problem. and you will just give the quizzes. About the quizzes, if you see, there are different types of, in each unit there is one quiz. Upon passing those quiz, you are going to earn badges. What are those badges? I will show you. So these are the badges you will be getting after completing each quest. Each chapters you are going to complete, you will be getting badges. So where you will be getting the badges, I will show you. There is a, everyone have a developer profile. I will be sharing you the Google developers profile links. There you will be getting the badges. It will be linked to your profile. So in the chat box, you will be getting the link of the developer profile. So I will also demonstrate you. So let's show you. These are the badges. You will see your profile picture. You will see your name, favorite badges. You can do that. I will show you just a second. Just a minute. Yeah, this is the profile. Hope you got the link in the chat box. It will be given to you. It will be pinned. Not a problem. From here, you can open the Google developer profile. Can I know from your side that you have able to open your profile or not? This will be looking like this. Okay, the screen is not visible, I think. Can you see my screen of the Chrome tab Google developers? I think no. Just beware. I am showing that. So guys, you can see my screen that it's a Google developer profile. From here, you will go to your my profile section. So here you will get these things. Just let me show you before what are the things. See, if you if you have not created your developer profile, then here it will be asked to sign in. You just sign in and with your email ID, and then you will be getting that. Here your name will be added. You can add anything about you links, and it will be used as a, in many, any of the developer can see you from the Googles. You can add different badges. Each quest we will be completing, you will be getting badges, and your badges will be added here. So it's a good thing to have this, and you must have this to show your badges, or you can share your badges to the friends. Like this is the badges details you can see, and even you can share this. So this is badges. You must have you all understood that how to create these badges? Okay. Okay. Yes. 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 Okay. I will be sharing all the links to you all guys after the session. But I hope still you from the chat box you get the links and create your profiles, because it is required. Everyone, why not? No one is there who don't want to take the badges of the quest you are completing. So let's move to the course. if you have no programming experience, then you all can you all have to go the each word you have to go. You have to study each words, each chapters, each topics you have to learn. If you have a prior experience of Kotlin, then you can skip those parts. Like what are those you are going to skip, and what are the from where you are going to learn, what are the documentation. I am just going to share with you, and the link will be shared in the chat box. The thing which you are going to, from where you are going to learn, what is the link from what the Google developer has given to us. That is, so here we will write developer, Google developer, compose. You can also get it like this, developer Android compose. You will be getting in the chat box. You don't need to worry that where I have to search. I have, I think, here marked. So this is a link in the chat box. You must got it. So it will be looking like this. Android basic with compose. Guys, as I told you, till now only 4 units have been released and more units will be coming. Which are the badges in each unit? How many badges you are going to receive? These all are mentioned in your first unit, second unit, third unit, and fourth unit. In each unit, you are going to receive 3 badges, and all these badges will be added to your Google developer profile. This one, as you see here, I have the badges of Setup Android Studio, Introduction to Programming in Kotlin. These are the badges of previous sessions of Android Study Jams. You can see that. And I have marked my favorite badges here. It is a good thing to collect your badges. Hope you can understand how much the badges are important. You can showcase your friends, to your families that I am doing this, I have earned these badges. So if you see that, if we dive into first unit of the Android study, then there are 3 chapters: Introduction to Kotlin, Setup Android Studio, Build a Basic Layout. We will be focusing on chapter 1 today only, and my colleague Tanvir Alam will be introducing you how to use Kotlin, and will demonstrate you some programs, and will be demonstrate you to install Android Studio. Be with us, Tanvir. You can demonstrate. Guys, there is some problem, I think, but don't worry, we will be doing that. Just be there with us.
Hello, am I audible to everyone?
Yes, Tanvir, you are audible. Now you can take over the session.
Okay, that's good.
towards the introduction to Kotlin and the installation of Android.
Yes, sure. Thank you. So I hope my screen is visible. Yeah. So hello, I'm Tanvir Anam, Android co-lead of GDSC CVRGU for 2022 to 2023. Thank you, Tanush Bhaiya, for enlightening us about Android development. Now it's my responsibility to teach everyone about Kotlin and how to set up Android development. I hope you all are excited. So first, let's learn what is Kotlin. So Kotlin is currently the official language recommended by Google to build Android apps. It used to be Java, but now Kotlin is recommended by Google because of its features. Like Kotlin is expressive and concise. You can do more with less. Express your ideas and reduce the amount of boilerplate code. 67% of professional developers who use Kotlin say Kotlin has increased their productivity. So isn't that nice? Then, Kotlin is more safe. The codes are safer. Kotlin has many features which avoid common programming mistakes such as null pointer exception. Android apps that contains Kotlin code are 20% less likely to crash. Kotlin is interoperable. That means that you can call Java-based code from Kotlin or Kotlin-based code from Java. You can use Kotlin is 100% interoperable, and you can also do Java programming and Kotlin programming together. It's not an issue. There won't be any problems. Kotlin have structured concurrency. Kotlin coroutines make asynchronous code as easy to work with as blocking code. Coroutines dramatically simplify background task management for everything from network calls to accessing local data. Now let's move forward. So, is it clear to everyone why are we using Kotlin to develop Android apps? Okay, let's move forward. So, what we will learn in Kotlin? We will see some Kotlin programs. We will create and use variables. We will create and use functions. In Kotlin, camel case convention is used, which means that lowercase letter, like the first letter is lowercase, and after that, all the letters start with the uh, capital case, uppercase. We will demonstrate you. So, if you want to play with Kotlin, then there is Kotlin Playground, which I will demonstrate you after completing the slides. And we will build some functions and we will use variables and we will learn basic about Kotlin. So this is how it looks. Can someone send a Kotlin playground routine in the chat box? So let's learn how a function in Kotlin looks like. So function in Kotlin is declared by a reserved keyword, which is fun. After that, we name the function here, and we can also pass inputs. And this is the function body. I think every one of you are familiar about these things because we have learned so many languages. It's not a new thing. The main function is like function main, which is the entry point for every program. We need to include it in every Kotlin program. Let's see what this program is doing. Suppose we declared a function main, and here we are printing hello world. I hope it is clear to everyone. In Kotlin, we can declare variable in two ways. So the first way we can declare variable is using var keyword, which is var, and the second one is val, which is val. So there is a difference between them. For example, if you, I'm sorry, for example, you want to declare a value which you will update in future, then you should use var. For example, here we declared a variable card total. We assigned it 0. After that, we assigned card total 20. When we print total card total, to print one more thing, to like print uh, this print variables, you need to use a dollar symbol before it. It helps Kotlin to recognize that it is a variable and it should not be counted as a string. So just this is a very small info, but it's very important one. So remember that. So see, here the output comes card total is equals to 20. But what if we do same thing using val keyword? So here we assigned card total is equals to 0 and we tried to assign card total is equals to 20. We printed the variable, but see there's an error. Variable cannot be reassigned because val is used for read only. You can't reassign it, but you can do that with var. I hope it is clear. So this is something more about functions. We have seen how to declare function, the name, parameters. We can also declare the return type, like what we want function to return, integer, string, boolean. So for example, see this program. Here is a function which is named birthday greeting. So here are the parameters: name, which is type string, age, which is type integer, and we want return type to be a string. So here we assigned val keyword name greeting, and we stored happy birthday and name. Then we assigned one more variable, age greeting, and here we assigned you are now age years old. See, here name will be replaced by the name we will enter, and age will be replaced by the age we entered. As we because these are the like parameters, and there is a dollar symbol in front of it. That means it's not a string; it's a input. Now we are returning name greeting, new line, age greeting. So what do you think will be the output? Anyone wants to say? Okay, we will see it. Okay, so now let's head towards to Kotlin Playground and see some live demonstration. So this is how Kotlin Playground looks like. When we load it for first time, there are three lines of pre-written code, and it is very simple. Here we have a main function and print line hello world. So before heading forward, I want to tell some basic details. In Kotlin, we have a style guide. For example, you need to write every statement in new line. You can't write more than 100 characters in 100 words in one line. Then you can't use tab. Like for example, what we do, we press tab and we do this, but we can't use it here. We need to use four spaces. So these are some basic Kotlin style guides which we will learn in future. So now let's learn this program and see what happens. See. So we learned this program and hello world got printed. Now let's try to change it. See. See. Now the output is Namaste India. Now let's see the basic examples we saw in the slides. So first we will create a main function. Then we will create a variable. Let it be age. We will assign 15 to it. We will change it to 20. Let's see the result. use it dollar signs to specify that it is a variable. You want to guess output? Anyone? What will be the output? Okay, let's run it. So see, output comes age is 22. But what if we change this where to val? What do you think it will happen? Let's check it out. We changed where to val. Any guesses what will happen? Okay, let's see it. See, val cannot be reassigned. There is an error because val is read only and we can't use it to reassign. So that was basic variable concepts. Now let's see how to create a function. Suppose I want to add two numbers and I'm too lazy to do that again and again. So what will I do? I will create a function. Suppose I created a function named add. So to add like to add something we need two at least two numbers. So first we will create one number. We will create one variable which is first number. And see, this is the example of camel case. If first f is small, then number n is capital. This is the camel case convention we follow in Kotlin. So first number is an integer type. Then we will create one more variable, second number, which is also integer type, right? And we want it to be, we want to return it an integer. Okay. Now we will use return keyword. We will do first number. Let's second. See, this is how our function looks like. Now let's try to run it. So for that, you will create a main function. Let's name it something. Let's name it A1. Let's do 10. We will create one more variable result. So now let's see. Let's call our function add. We will pass first number. No, sorry. We will pass A and we will pass B. And we will get. So what do you think will be the result? Any guesses? What will be the output? 15. Okay, let's see it. So the output is 15. So I hope this thing is clear, function is clear, and how to assign variable, it is also clear. Now let's see the main thing. I hope you all have downloaded the Android Studio. Now we will see how to install it. So see, here I have installer of Android Studio. Now I will demonstrate how to install it. We'll click next. Let's install it in C drive. Installation is very easy, it's not very complex. Just let the default things be default and click on the next and install buttons. Okay, so installation is completed. Now let's start the Android Studio. We don't have So let it be standard, then press next. You can select the theme, you can select dark, which is Dracula, and the light. I will go with dark one. Some basic things, just press next. Accept the terms and condition. I hope you guys are also following along, or else it's not a problem. We will send some documents on how to install. Okay, so installation is complete. So now let's start our first project. So for that, we will click on new project, and we will select a empty compose activity. Here you can name your application. I will name it my first compose application. You can name it however you want, and you can choose the location. You can also choose the software, like minimum Android SDK. Let's go with Android. Let's go with Android Lollipop 5. I hope it's all clear till here. It's not that hard, it's very easy to install. Okay. So our Android Studio is open, and here we can see what's new in this event, what's new in this version. Let's click that one. Here, let me show you some basic navigation. After that, Anuj Bhaiya will took over and show you how to build a layout. So from here, here is the hierarchical structure of the project. You can choose Android. You can see, you can choose project. You will choose Android and it's loading. This is the main activity .kt. .kt means it's a Kotlin file. Okay, Gradle is building up. It takes some time, so don't worry if it happens in your laptop as well. Because it's a heavy software, so definitely takes some time. Okay, I think my time is up. I should forward to Tanush Bhaiya. It's already 7:57. Okay, Tanush Bhaiya, I'm forwarding it to you.
Hello everyone. So as Tanvir, thanks Tanvir for demonstrating the Kotlin and the installation of Android Studio. So next we will be moving towards the development, how to start, and I will say show you what are the structure of Android Studio. So next chapter in the unit 1 is building a basic layout. So some terms are there like annotations and parameters. I will show you the adding text element or image element you will learn. Due to shortage of time, I cannot be elaborating the image, but in the let me show you the things. What are the things provided in the chapters? Yeah, this one. If you go to your unit 1, then there are three pathways 1, 2, and 3. First is introduction to Kotlin. Second one is setup your Android Studio. Third one is building the basic layout. So if you were not able to installing the applications, because it will take time, you will be set up the emulator or using the physical device to test your application. Then all the instruction is given. Let's go to the introduction to Kotlin pathway. Here you will be introduced with the compose. You will be taken basic Kotlin programs. You will be introduced variables, functions, and the practice problems over the Kotlins. You will be given the errors and you have to fix that. Next, in the pathway 2, you will be getting the Android Studio setup, in which uh, how to install the Android Studio. The best thing is you must go with the basic things like default things. You don't need to change in the installation path. You will be creating your first Android app. You will be opening that. After that, you will be adding Android emulator, and next you can try on your physical device. And there is a queues. And the next pathway is building a basic layout. In this, you will be creating basic applications. So if when you will start, I will say that start from today itself. If you will be starting that, you will be getting in each pathway there is a queues. Upon completing the queues, you will be getting these badges will be added to your Google developer profile, and for that you must have to create your Google developer profile. So move to the basic layout. You will be getting creating the birthday card app, and one more thing that in the up to previous sessions, I will say Android Study Jam, there were no videos like an introduction video was there, but in these things you will get the whole thing means you will be all the codes will be introduced in the videos in as well as in the documentation. So you will be introduced with the simple apps. You will be adding text. I will demonstrate you now, and after that you will be have the queues, and after completing you all get that. So let's move to the under studio. Here you will see the your setup. You will create a new project as it was told to you. There are different types of layouts you will be using, but in Compose you are going to use empty Compose activity for the first time. You will be giving the names. Let's I keep my Android Compose camp. Then there is a package name. You will see that it's all is a smaller lowercase letter. You will be giving the locations of your saving the application and the things languages you are as I introduced Kotlin. Earlier you were using Java in the Android study exams or you studied from earlier any other websites. But when the Google has introduced Android Compose Camp, the language only supported is Kotlin. There is no other way to introduce any other language. You for the Compose Jetpack Compose only. If you are including any other view, any other layout, then you can use another languages. It's you will be using only Kotlin. I will finish here. It will take some time building the Gradle. If you are starting the first time, it will take a long time to build your Gradle because Gradle building is necessary. That is the backbone, or you will say the heart of the application that will help to run on your platform, on your device. Till the Gradle builds, I will show you the things. Here in the left side, you will see a project structure. If you click, this will dismissed this goes up, and again on clicking, it will come up. Here the structure is project, Android, Scratch, these all things. If you see the project structure, it will like the thing you are seeing in your file explorer like this. I will show you the file explorer that similar thing is there. Compose camp. Here you see the Android compose camp file. It is similar like this, same in the project window. Coming to the Android window, you are going to do here. Here application, you will expand this. Here is a manifest folder. In this manifest.xml file, here you will be including all the things like security, allowing the your instruments hardware, giving permissions. You this all will be coded here. If then are going to expand Java folder. Here you will get things like main activity.kotlin. Here you are going to uh, code your codes. It is it's you can see here it is a pre-built code, means here it's already given on creating the applications. These are testing purposes. If you as you go with the Android study, you will get to know that what are these used for. In the resource directory there are drivers. These are the things, application icons. These are applications like icons that foregrounds and backgrounds. You can use another your own logos here. Then these are the logos. As you see the things HDPI, MDPI, XSDPI, XSSDPI. These are the densities, pixels densities. That as you all know, there are different devices which supports different types of pixels densities. So for each types of pixel density, even in your own device, there are different types of uh, provided that you can use this layout, another layout. So those are these that you use circular, square icons, or the curved icons. You all must see that these are based on the pixels. What what pixels your device is going to use, it will automatically detect and will so according to that. In the values folder, you are getting the colors.xml, strings.xml, and themes.xml. The color which are you going to use in your Android applications all will be coded here with that color tag and using the name tag and the hexadecimal color code. In the string files, you are going to put all the string tag like name and the string. It is a string if you say that why I should all declare this different in the different file, that because in your uh, application you are going to write thousands lines of codes, thousand lines of strings, like hello this your bio, let it example. Then you are not going to do in the main activity.kotlin file. You will create a string tag here and give a name. You can directly call that yes, this is my bio name, and text is equal to my bio. You can a string will be so here. Themes.xml will be showing you the themes of your app, that which themes is going to alter the color of the header, what are the dark or bright according to the brighter screen mode. These are the themes will be displayed according to dark in dark mode. This will be displayed. These are all the values and XML. XML is the things that we used earlier, but still it will be used. It will all be introduced to you in the sessions, upcoming sessions. You see the Gradle script. These are the things which are very much like sensitives. If you do any changes in this, and if they are correct, then it is not a problem. If they are incorrect, then your application is not going to work. It will always show error. So it is said that always do these corrections only if you are confident or you know that this is are the corrections. And anytime every time you changes the build.gradle, you are going to sign those. So let's, as we are going short of time, so I will show you the demonstration of the Kotlin file. So here you can see that the package is included, that which I am using here. That every if you are using any other Kotlin file, you need to import the strings from here. Then the package must be there so that you can import functions as they are. If you do anything with coding, that will automatically will be imported, or you need to import main activity file, and your code starts from on create function. It is a pre-coded things on which you will be given. This all will things will be means explained in the documentation provided by Google developers. There is no need to worry that what are these, and here your code starts. Annotations in the slides, you can see that what are the annotations. Annotations is applied by prefixing its names, and a start is at the rate character symbols, and functions and classes are introduced like review and composable. Everything, every layout you are going to declare, you must create a function. In the XML previously we are using text views or edit views, they will be created directly, but here you see that here is at that composable annotations. After that we have a function of greeting which is taking a string hello and name. Here is a name, a string, and text is an attribute. We are going to display the text, and this is the preview because as you are creating the application, you want to see what are the effects. You can see that you just changes Android and Android hello. You can see that here it is the preview window. It's you. Here is the code, a split and design, three tabs. If you click on the design tab, you will going to see on the designs. A split tab, you will going to see the codes and always as the design. If you keep on the code, you are going to only see the codes. So we will stay on the split part, and we will build the project. It will again the Gradle will be built and the preview will be shown to you. Just see the preview. Yeah, I will be taking your all your questions. Just this is over. I will be taking your question. Here you see that hello Android is coming as a preview. This is because here you see, hey, in you have created a function, composable function greetings, and in that you are passing a text which is taking a hello name. Name is the variable in the function, and that is passed through from the this. preview and preview annotations. Preview annotation it is shown. It is only showing the preview. If you want to see a Android layout, then you can add different parameters. So background is a parameter. If I remove this, then the background will not be shown to you. See that it is automatically refreshing. See here, background is not shown to you. It is a transparent background. So here I will not change this, and I will add a thing like yeah, source system UI. So any guesses what the source system UI will changes the preview? Say your chat. If you have no guesses, say no. But I just want anyone have your guesses what the source system UI. It is a Boolean type. Any guesses? What will it do? No guesses? Okay, see here. This is the creating a Android layout, like a Android. It will create Android frame, and here Hello Android is showing you. Here Hello Android will be shown. But if you are going to use the emulator, then you are going those codes, those text will be shown from here. This set content view is here, that will be shown from here. That and the surface, you will know about the surface. I can explain you, but because out of time I can't explain you. If you have any query about this, you are not understanding this all, we will solve you. We will give you a medium to contact us. See here, just I will show one changes. Here I will remove this system UI. I will only see the preview. So greetings. Here I am calling the name function, sorry, name variable. Hello. Hello Google. Here it is reflected. You can see live changing of your code. You can add also more. There are three previews. I will show you the slide. See here. You have seen the preview composables and the parameters of annotations. You see the parameters. I have shown you parameters and without parameter. What are the difference? You have I have showed you the phone screen system UI parameter, and also I have showed you add a text element. We can add one more text if I want to add one more text here. So in the preview things you will add. So I will, if I add here, not here, that's just here, text. If I add here, text is hi name. Then if you refresh it, you will see here what you will see. Just think. It is overwritten. Hi Google is overwritten on Hello Android. Hello Google. So how to fix it? As you know, want to come Hello Google after that hi name. So the thing is that here three attributes are there: column, row, and box. So we will use column to arrange in vertical, which all will be explained to you in the documentation itself. No need to worry that what are these happenings. If I put here, you will see here the both the text will be vertically aligned. Yeah, it is. Just you change the column to row. What is will be done? You all know everyone that it will be now in horizontal view. Row is horizontal, column is vertical. See here it is. One more is there is like surface. Surface is used to change the color, change the font color, adding alignments, adding paddings. That's from the left side, from the right side, from the top side, from the bottom side. There are 6 centimeters, 6 inches, six dp, 6 sp is the dp and sp are the units in the Android. You will get to know that. So we will be coming to the closing the sessions. So I will get your questions. Anyone have you any questions? Then you can put in the chat. Any one of you. Guys, any one of you have questions? Just you. I will take the questions from the previous starting of the sessions. Anyone have asked something that processors? You will see the compatibility of the processors in the downloading of the Android Studio. If there are anything, you can see from there. And more questions anyone have asked. SDK manager is corrupted. Corrupted. Okay, that is the thing you must or maybe have used installed Android Studio earlier, or maybe it took something not installed correctly. You just go and uninstall Android Studio and again install it. You will the error will be fixed up. Or guys, anyone having any questions, any problems during the sessions, any day, we have Google groups. You can just ping there. You can write a mail there. For that, we will need to add to the Google groups. So for so that we can add you groups, we are sharing a Google form. You can put your mail IDs there, and we will add you to the groups today itself. And for your any query, you post there. Anyone from the anyone who knows the answer will answer you, or I will try my best. I will give you the solutions if you have any query, because I also have got many of the things like how to solve these all the things. Okay, the question is here from Yashika: which language is good, Kotlin or Java for beginner? Yashika, both the language are used for building the apps. But as I show you, this session is going for the Jetpack Compose, and Jetpack Compose only takes Kotlin language. So it's sure we are going to use Kotlin. Kotlin, why? Because Kotlin is a lesser code. We can use instead of Java languages, you are writing 100 lines of code, and in Kotlin we will complete it in 50 to 60 lines or maybe less. It is a compact code, and we it is a faster as compared to Java also. And Kotlin is in the Android development industry. It is Android application development industry. The Kotlin is coming so faster. It's the future developments of Android apps. This all will be done. Any next questions? Oh, can we games using Android Studio? Yeah, you can. But before you can, you will need to learn a use thing before the creating the games. There are a lot of things you will be going to know. Next question is anything other than Android Studio for Android development? Yes, you can use other IDEs like Eclipse. You can use like IDEs. But as I told you, Google developer only prefer Android Studio. They will be elaborating or they will be explaining only on Android Studio. Also, I will be using Android Studio, and it is said it is. I am saying that use Android Studio. It is only used to develop Android applications or iOS applications using different frameworks. You can also do programming like C, Java, and all things, but this is preferable. You know na कि something is for one is good than another a huge thing. On a place a huge number of work is going, that is not good. Instead of doing at Android only taking one work. More questions? What are the best resources? Resources, as I showed you, this is the resource I already showed you, and again, I would like to give the link in the chat of the Compose Camp resources. You all make note. These are the resources provided by Google developers itself. Everything is here. No need to go and search any other platforms. Don't worry, if you scroll up the chat, you will get the links of Android Basics with Compose Camp, and then after also you fill the Google form provided in the chat. We will be adding you to the groups there. You can post any of your query. We will solve that. More questions, guys? Hurry up. We will be binding the session. iOS development through Kotlin. iOS development, we are not talking about the iOS development here. We are only talking about the Android development because Google is not responsible for iOS development. This session is only for Android. For the iOS, you can use Kotlin. You can use different frameworks. You can use Java. There is not a problem. Better you use framework. We will be the in this year we will be calling taking up the Flutter session in which you will using creating the iOS applications. More questions? So now, guys, we will be winding up the session. Thank you for here. We will meet next Saturday. Also, you are not going only to create the apps. In every quest, in every pathway, you are going to create application. You also have to upload those applications to the Google developers group in every Thursday. Till the information we will be giving to you, that where and how to upload those applications, you will be getting badges, you will be getting certificates, you will be getting all the things at the end of the session. At the end of this 1 month, you will be getting, that is named as, I think, Thursday trivia, and the theme of the session is fun. So you keep practicing. All the best. Hope you all do. You can I can see your futures in Android. You all meet with Google more developers. Thank you. So guys, we are wrapping up the session. Thank you all for the having with us. Thank you all. We will meet next Saturday. Till then, keep practicing. Guys, I hope you all have filled the Google form. We will be adding to you Google groups, and any of the doubts, even you are having the application is not going to be installed, it's giving any error, that any packages error, you all post there, we will be solving there. Don't hesitate to post your questions. Thank you for having the sessions. Keep practicing.